Every time I think I am done with the zombie genre, a film or a TV show will come along and like completely reinvigorate my love for zombies. That's what 28 Years Later did. So I hadn't seen any of the previous movies, so I didn't know what to expect. I didn't realize how freaking punk rock this film was going to be. It was phenomenal. I can't recommend it enough. I will say that if you're going for just like your normal zombie horror movie, you might be a little bit disappointed, especially with like the ending. I think the first hour gives that to you, and then the second hour gives you something that you didn't even know you needed. It's the closest movie experience I've had to Sinners this year. It's still not quite there, but it gave me that like, hell yeah, brother kind of feeling, which is really what you want in a movie. I will say this movie is so freaking sad. If you were going to tell me that I was going to be bawling my eyes out at a zombie movie at 28 years later, I wouldn't have believed you. But that ending was so unbelievably heartbreaking and beautiful. And it reminded me of a lot of a movie that came out a couple years ago called The Monster Calls. If you've seen it, this is kind of like a more R-rated version of that. I would say that's a pretty good comp. But again, it gets you in the feels. Jodie Comer is a talent beyond what any of us have seen before. I knew it from the time I saw her in Mad Fat Diary. I've known it through Killing Eve, and I know it now more than ever. She deserves all of the awards, not just for this movie, but for just being an amazing actress, but also that little boy who plays Spike in this film. He does a really good job, and he is asked to lead this film. He is very much front and center for the entirety of this film, and he does such a good job at making us understand what his character is going through, but also you don't really condemn him for any of the choices he makes. He's just a 12-year-old boy trying to do the best, trying to stand by his mother and his own convictions, and trying to do what's right. And his growth, his journey was so beautiful to watch. And the fact that this all happened for a zombie movie is incredibly exciting and just like reinvigorates what horror can and should be. I will say I can tell a lot about a person by the way they feel about the ending of 28 Years Later. If they don't like it, they are lame and boring. If they love it, they are freaking awesome people. Because how can you not love that ending? It was so cool, and it felt, a lot of this movie felt like straight out of a graphic novel. Like it just, like, the visuals were there. I really like this movie, more so than I thought I was going to. It never sticks to one specific tone. It switches tones throughout the film, but it all works so cohesively to tell the story of this boy. And I think that it does a really good job. And it also peppers in so many other interesting characters. And this is a part one for sure, but it doesn't feel like, it feels like a full movie, like a full journey. But there's so much room to explore in this world still, and it sets up so many interesting characters. Ralph Fiennes, from the trailers, I thought he was going to be like this big scary guy, but the way his character turns out to be, it's actually a lot more heartbreaking and endearing, and I really think he does a phenomenal job in this role. I really can't sing this film's praises enough because it was such a surprise for me. And I'm glad I saw it, and I'm definitely going to go back and revisit the other movies, even the Sandra Bullock one, which I hear is very different from the other three, but we'll have to check it out. If you've seen 28 Years Later, what did you think about it? Did you like it? And how excited are you for 2 more movies? We got a whole trilogy coming, and I can't wait.